मुझे समझ नहीं आती उनकी सोच क्या है और सोच इस बात का है दिस इज नॉट वे फॉरवर्ड दिस इज वे बैकवर्ड एंड इफ दे वांट मूवमेंट फॉरवर्ड then they have to stop this thing and stop it now before it's too late. I think the pressures of the world have to increase. The only way forward now is the pressure of the world on that country must increase, that this is not path to peace. This is path to destruction. Stop it now.
But first, let's tell you exactly what happened in Katwa yesterday. It all started in the afternoon, where 5 of our brave Jawans who were martyred when the army convoy was ambushed by terrorists on top of a hill in Katwa district, where 5 Jawans who have also been others who have been injured grievously. They were shifted to a hospital for medical treatment. But as per sources, the army vehicle was on a routine patrol, and when this attack took place, and after that, the terrorists reportedly threw a grenade as well and then opened fire. The security forces then retaliated, but the terrorists had already fled in the nearby forest. As we play out this ground report that is now coming in from the very vehicle which was ambushed.
At about 1:30, a group of terrorists, they come out to this place. They opened indiscriminate fire. They ambushed the army petrol vehicle that was moving from this area. And you can see the bullet marks that narrate the whole story. What really happened at that point of time? It appears that terrorists are more than 4 to 5 in number. They targeted 2 vehicles in this area. And they were carrying with them large quantities of arms and ammunition. They were carrying with them M4 carbine. They were carrying with them AK-47 rifle. 5 army personnel were martyred and 5 others were critically injured, and they were immediately evacuated to hospital. Let me show you empty cartridges also here. The empty cartridges are lying here. This narrates the story that after that there was a brief exchange of fire between the terrorists and security forces, and terrorists, after ambush, they fled into nearby forest belt. Since then, operation has been launched to pin down terrorists.
हमारा एक आर्मी का पेट्रोल जो गाड़ियां जा रही थी उनके ऊपर टेररिस्ट ने मछोड़ी के इलाके में, जो कि कठुआ से 150 किलोमीटर इस तरफ है और घना जंगल का इलाका है, वहां पे टेररिस्ट ने एम्बुश लगाया था और सडनली फायर खोला। एकदम काउंटर एक्शन लिया हमारे जवानों ने, उन्होंने टेररिस्ट पे फायर किया जो कि वहां से भाग गए हैं। हमारा जमावड़ा ट्रूप्स का और सीपीओस का कश्मीर की वादी में बहुत हमने अच्छे तक बढ़ा दिया है, जिसकी वजह से वहां पे इक्के दुक्के इंसिडेंट्स ही हो रहे हैं। टेररिज्म का तकरीबन जो है केंटवा दबा दिया गया है, कमर तोड़ दी गई है।
But we also had a word with the eyewitnesses as well, who witnessed this horrifying episode, explaining how the tragedy unfolded right before their eyes.
4-5-6 बंदे थे यहाँ दुकान पर बैठे हुए, तो पहले बस गई। बस जाने के बाद 10 मिनट के बाद गाड़ी आ गई आर्मी वालों की। गाड़ी आई गई, हम सौदा दे रहे, उसके बाद एक टिप्पर भी गया, उसको पासिंग दी आर्मी वालों ने, उसको जो ब्रिज के साथ ही। उसके बाद 2-3 मिनट के बाद फायरिंग शुरू हो गया। हम दुकान के अंदर, हमें पता नहीं चला जे फायरिंग, हमने पहले समझा जे जिसका इनका गाड़ियों का टायर पंचर हो गया, बहुत बड़ा धमाका हुआ। उसके बाद फायरिंग चलती रही, तो हमें को पता चला, अंदर ही हमको पता चला, हमने समझ लीजिए जहाँ पर काउंटर हो गया।
Well, Pradeep is reporting live and from that very area where the ambush took place, because Pradeep, as far as your reports are concerned, at least on the 2 vehicles as well, where they first attacked when it comes to the tires of the vehicle, so that they couldn't move, and that would give them a vantage point when it comes to attacking our Jawans.
Yes, you're absolutely right, because their strategy was simple. They wanted to inflict maximum casualty. That's one of the reasons they tried to puncture tires. They wanted to target a driver, and this time also they did the same thing. They had been doing it in the past also. We have seen that a similar kind of a strategy was adopted when they targeted the vehicle of the pilgrims while it was coming from Shiv Khodi area towards Katra on June 9. And in this particular case also, they punctured the tire. They knew that the vehicle will stop. Once the vehicle will stop, they will try to inflict maximum casualty. But this time, the QRT vehicle, the second one, from I had been reporting. You can see that these men got down, they opened retaliatory fire, and in that retaliatory fire, the terrorists managed to flee toward the forest belt, and since then the operation is being launched. Short while back, Director General of Police R.L. Swain also reached here. He's himself monitoring the situation. Commanders have been sent the message loud and clear that you have to avenge martyrdom of 5 of our soldiers. This incident neither should be forgiven nor should be forgotten, and that's one of the reasons that the troops are trying their level best to inch inside that forest area where these terrorists are said to be hiding. So they have an advantage. Advantage is because there is a thick foliage. Let me show you. Look at this mountain. On the other side of the mountain is Bhadrava. On this side of the mountain is Himachal Pradesh. On this side is the Bilawar region. So they can go to any of these sides. And so it's not that easy for the security forces to cordon that area and pin down terrorists. It becomes very easy for the politicians to tell all these things while sitting in their drawing room or their bedroom giving statement, as we have seen in case of Rahul Gandhi, Kharge or Mehbooba Mufti. They should come over to the ground, and only then they will realize the kind of the challenges which our security forces are facing. But if you look at the situation on the ground after abrogation of Article 370, everybody knows that how the things have really changed. But what is more heartening to hear is that for the change in heart, I can't say that whether there is a change of heart, but yes, he has given a statement where he wants that the international pressure need to be put on Pakistan, though he has not named Pakistan. But somewhere it seems that he has read the writing on the wall, because few days back only his son Umar Abdullah, vice president of the party, he lost election. Farooq Abdullah must have realized that soft separatism and Pak Prem is not going to give them votes.
However, this change stand that is now coming in, Pradeep, is welcome, because this time around how he never named Pakistan, but however he goes on to say that on an international platform they must build pressure when it comes to this rogue nation. Please do stay on with us, because what is more concerning is that the spurt of attacks that have been reported, this one being the 7th one alone in a month, and that seems to be a pattern that has taken place in Jammu, where all of these attacks that have been reported, be it on the 8th of July in Badnota, where a JCO, a cop and 3 Jawans were martyred. Let's go back in time, because the day before there was another attack that happened in Manjakot area where a soldier was injured. The guards, however, pushed the terrorists back. On the 26th of June, there was another terror attack that happened in Bhadrava where terrorists were neutralized. On the 12th of June, a terror attack that happened in Chhatragala area where soldiers and a policeman were injured. On the 11th of June, a CRPF constable and 3 suspected Pakistani terrorists were killed in this terror attack that was reported in Hiranagar. On the 9th of June, remember, that was the very first day when we remember when it comes to a bus that was full of pilgrims, around 9 people, innocents, lost their life when their bus was attacked and it fell in a gorge. And even as the country is still in shock over the tragedy that has been taking place, simultaneously politics have been taking place. On the other side, when it comes to the opposition, they are now gunning for the government in the center, saying that the security situation in Jammu and Kashmir is worrying.
It is shocking. It has to be condemned. It has to be condemned. Our party condemns that. At the same time, there are certain political questions. The union government has snatched away the statehood of Jammu and Kashmir. Union government has tried whatever it had in its mind in Jammu and Kashmir. But finally, why union government has failed to win the hearts, win the confidence of the people of Jammu and Kashmir? Jammu and Kashmir is a very, very sensitive state. Why Mr. Modi and his government are treating Jammu and Kashmir in such a way?
वहाँ से धारा 370 हटाने का जितने भी जो रीजन्स दिए गए थे, जो इस देश के सामने कमिटमेंट, देश की जनता के सामने कमिटमेंट किए गए थे कि इससे सारे इस तरह की समस्याओं का समाधान हो जाएगा, और एक बहुत बड़ा सब्ज-बाग दिखाया गया था। आज उसके बिल्कुल विपरीत है। आज सरकार को देना चाहिए कि माने क्या मुद्दे थे जिसको लेकर के हमने गाना गाया था, हमने इतनी बड़ी अचीवमेंट किया कि 370 को हटा दिया। आपने हटाने के बाद कौन कौन सी चीजों में आपने इस देश को, इस देश की जनता को राहत दिया?
जो हमारे जवान कठुआ में पिछले 72 घंटे में 5 जवानों ने शहादत दी है, उनको श्रद्धांजलि, उनकी शहादत को सलाम प्रणाम। पर एक बात समझ में नहीं आ रही, इधर 72 घंटे से हमारी सेना पर हमले हो रहे हैं। प्रधानमंत्री जी, कब तक आप ये बोलते रहेंगे कि हम इसका बदला लेंगे?
As far as Prime Minister Modi's government is concerned, its stand has been consistent. Terror and talks don't go together. And there's been full action against whoever has supported terror or are terrorists. Look at the days when you had stone pelting. What are they complaining about? Do they want a return to the old days? When security personnel and our brave soldiers were attacked by stone pelters? Has there been a single incident of stone pelting? Has action not been happening? So it only confirms that the Congress party's entire agenda is an agenda of negativity based on criticizing the Narendra Modi government for anything and everything. So this is the new-found agenda of the Congress party. And if they wish to continue with their politics of negativity, that they have to answer about.